Good day everyone, this is Hussein here. Today I gonna record about the Emperor election, which takes every 4 months place in Frankfurt. It's not very known because due to the long period that it takes place, so for some of you maybe new. Actually for me too, because this is the third time that I'm doing this. But I'm gonna show you how to participate and how the system works. And also, its purpose to let you guys also benefit the offers that the two candidates gives. Well, usually it's today pretty busy day. It's today Tuesday 4th April. The Emperor election ends in 9 p.m. serve time at Thursday, so it's about 2.5 days left. But yeah, to begin with, the Emperor election you can see always in emergent GM, but also possible to do that is in the mediator, but the difference is it doesn't show the support permit that you can climb, so my advice is to do this in emergent GM in case you forget to get the support permits. Either way, the Emperor election looks like this. You see two candidates fighting over the throne of the Holy Roman Empire. You see the backstage candidates with a certain amount of sanction rate. The goal is to get the sanction rate about 51 or higher, because that's the ratio of the 100. It shows so far a no, but I will explain it sooner. If you want the full structure by yourself instead of my explanation, in case you still don't get it, you can use this description button. Then the people from this stage will explain everything to you about the election. Here you can ask all the information you can get, and they will explain it. About how the sport works, how you support the candidates, how this declaration works, how is the stages each time, etc. But that's something you can read by yourself, and I will go through how to support the candidate. As you can see, the Emperor election has been ongoing for 4 days at least. Here you can see the candidates, what they have to offer. And as you can see, most of us are supporting Rudolf II currently. You can see here the offers he gives. It each in description that gives, and here too, but here you see two unknowns because he doesn't meet the political power to get there near there. But I will explain this to you, what the benefits are if you support the candidates. Only just answers required. The following benefits you can get is from him: encourage reading. It's kind of act like an archive and browser book from Astro. This one avoids to get your headaches sooner, so you can read in the archives way longer. Encourage advanced product. That means that when you do a Florton recipe from an advanced product, you will consume less contribution points from sharing information that you get. And the following offer is support the college research skill. That is, it will give you extra credits when you report an Oxford thesis that you are doing. The increase depends, it's often between 30 to 40%. And alchemy, this is the most reason why most players are supporting him. This will increase the great success of alchemy productions, and that is often essential as the materials of the alchemy is pretty expensive to do. And last but not least, support special skills. What this do is when you go to your college skills, you will see that I have the following skills on it. For example, if you take this skill to increase your trading skill level, usually will take 15 5,000 credits, and when you have the support from this candidate, it will reduce by amount of the same as with receiving credits. That is 13 till 14%. So you can imagine how many credits you are saving up. That is between 1500 till 2000. So I really strongly advise you guys to support him, and that at least doing with the amount you can do, because the more you support them, the longer this duration extends. And this only applies to players who are supporting him, and that it doesn't matter how much money you put on him, only ounce is sufficient to get the benefits for him when he wins. And the goal is to extend these days as much as we can. The usual period is 14 days, but the political power of him will exceed the maximum limit, so it will raise further. The maximum days it can reach is 56 days, and most of us want to get this as close as possible. Here you see the closing stage information with the last resort what each candidate has effect do. Well, you can this shows also an explanation election info, but you can see with the goods that they're using, they can increase the last resort's effects by the support from players who uses these kinds of goods to offer to them. And here you see the ranking supports, and well, as you can see, I'm listed above, but it doesn't matter much actually, because the people who are in the top 10 will get elected as court advisors, and there are various positions of court advisors that they give. But nevertheless, even if you aren't ranked here, you still get the benefits from these offers that the candidate offers. So if you are just only after that, you don't have to support that much money. So that again, I really advise every one of you to support them whenever you can, and I will show you how to do that now. Well, as you can see, I have no support permit. I have 0 left, and in order to get some, you can daily request 5 support permits from him, which cost a little amount of ducats. It does not take your inventory space, so you won't find anywhere here back, so that's a good thing. So at least you don't have to worry about that. Just keep in mind you can hold maximum 100 of support permits, and one thing to know is the support permits that are left for Emperor election. So if, for example, if I have 5 left and the election ended, the next 4 months when this election comes, this amount will show up again. So you can save it up for the next Emperor election if you wish to invest more to help to get in either a court advisor position or to get a longer extent of effect period, which I mentioned before. But nevertheless, you can hold maximum of 100, so keep that in mind. But it's really recommended to save them up if you are certain that you will participate next time. Okay, so here are the 2 options. Well, there's support candidate you go. Well, as you can see, the message tells it has reached the political power as the upper limit, and meaning the further support may raise the extension of time. So I will do that. You see then the ranking and the potential that he offers. So, but what I will support is neither of these in the list. So what I will support won't affect this last resort, but I don't think there's much point anymore, since the opponent has a very low amount of political power, so I assume it will be fine. Here you can see the support items. It is kind of similar as investment, but you cannot invest unlimited amount. It depends on your trade skills, and you can here see all type of goods showing up here. And as you can see, you see different amount of limits you can offer. Well, this limits has a formula that depends on your trade skill ranking. When you let me explain it in chat. Well, that's the formula. As you can see, I'm not still not satisfied because I cannot show the maximum support I give because my jewelry trait is not the maximum rank. You can see that here. It's currently rank 17, and that is the meaning that I can give maximum of 850 support limit. But I can raise that, and boosters works fortunate, so I use this one to increase it. And now my jewelry skill is rank 20, and I will go back again. And as you can see, it is now 1000, and I can now support the maximum of my amount of goods I can do. And each support amount is equal to let's see, what was it again? 100,000 ducats. So when you support only one, for example, it is so much. And when you go for maximum, you can support 100 ducats per support you use for the pyramid. But I will do that now. And well, for when you do this for the first time, you will see a message about declaring the support to this candidate. I will say yes for this one, and what it will do is it will increase the supportive effect of your investment, and as you can see, it will be count more than the amount he has given. So I will do this. But since it's in the closing stage, I can still, for those who are supporting the current candidate, can still change the position. But as you can see on the warning message, it will decrease the trust of the candidate that you're currently supporting. So be careful what you're doing with that. And I will say do not change the candidate, of course. And as you can see, this is my investment count 40% more. In the beginning of the stage, it is often 16 or 15%. So if you want to get a higher amount of investment, do this then in the beginning. But try to observe first where the most supports go, so you don't get your money get into vain, and you see the amount is increasing. Let me see if the periods increased. No. Now I get the next amount of money. And be right back. Alright, we are back, and meanwhile I've made some support in between, and sometimes I can manage those who wish to invest a lot. It's sometimes annoying to not able to get the exact 200 millions of ducats. There's a way to do that, and that is for those who use shared storage. And you can get maximum amount of money without rounded up with these decimals. So I recommend to use it through this way. And tada! You have 200,000 amount of ducats. You can support twice with 100 millions if you can. It's only for those, by the way, who wish to go for the ranking support jobs. So for those who wish only to get the benefits for these ones, you don't have to support a large amount of money for that. So just saying that. So in order to get that, you go here again, and all you have to do is, this amount of support is more than sufficient to do. But what I will most start with that much money, and that's the amount I really recommend to do. Choose which goods you want to do. It doesn't matter what. As long as you support them once, you get these benefits. So I really advise you to do that. I will show you also that this possible is also for the electors, and the electors are those who back up either for those two candidates, depending on the sanction rate. The way to raise the sanction rate is to support them, and the candidate you declare to support, well, you will give them the money to support for that candidate you back up with. You see the sanction rate, the ratio is 100. The option is similar as you support for the candidate, but keep in mind, support you give to those electors does not count of your total amount of support of the candidate you're supporting, so keep that in mind. So what I will do is try to limit your support on them, and I don't know how much support is required to get the sanction rate node and bring them in the backstage of the current candidate. I believe it's around 200 millions or more. However, I have to check that for later because it's the third time for me joining this one. So also what I want to tell you is check always the state of Frankfurt. It's similar as Namon, but if the state changes, for example when it is in black queue, then these funds are most demanded, and by using these as supports, the support effectiveness raise a lot for the money you are offering. Here goes my last support, and you will notice some differences aside from that I support extra money to them. And again, if you use the right goods, especially which is demanded in Frankfurt, this will effective races. Effective race further if you are declaring support to the current candidate. And this effectiveness is in the beginning of the stage always the most effective movement. So again, keep that in mind. Well, I used up my supports, and as you can see, the period has increased by 1 day, only by myself. So this in order to increase this further, I advise every one of you to support him as possible. I know it's pretty bad for the opponent, for those who have been supporting him, but I don't see the reason him winning anymore because the stage is nearly ending. So when you have time, try to support him if you can, and I hope this instruction helped a lot. Then again, if you get the Cortex Advisor position, you will see a medal here appearing soon, and this medal will show you that you are a court advisor. This will affect everyone in your friends list and in your company list, so everyone will get the benefit from that you get, but it's not always the same as much as you get, because you did all the work, of course, for it. So if you want to get the court advisor position, make sure that you get in the top 10. That's all it matters. Doesn't matter if you where you in this position are. Most people intend to support at the last day, so try to make sure you have enough amount of money to stay in the top 10 for those who wish to go that far. For those who wish to get support, only the benefits from this, just a small amount of support is more than sufficient, but support once at least to get this benefit. I really advise you to do that. I hope this video is clear for everyone, and I will say thanks for watching and see you next time. Ciao!